can work. So I'm going to go ahead and start my broadcast, and I'll just explain that you're starting yours up. I don't care whose broadcast people watch. And if you choose to go, you might choose to go longer than I, because I do have to get to work. Fortunately, I don't have a long distance to travel to get to work, and here I am just talking away with Ken Stout while my live stream is getting started up, and I'm displaying weird things. Now I think I finally have you and me in the Zoom over my broadcast. I'm going to check on my channel and see if it is actually working. Yeah, this is a different and weird kind of way to start a broadcast. Yep, I have audio confirmation, and I see Wintermeat, Tony Wallow, and Dennis. And Ken is starting up broadcasts on his channel. So you're going to have to pick and choose where you could have both of them running in 2 different tabs if you want to. And we're going to talk about the solution, and I have some thoughts on what it means and the ramification. And Ken just brought up another question as we are getting ready to get started here.
Holy cow, what is going on with that?
No, that's not the terminology that he used when he brought up the other issue.
No, I brought up your stream on my computer using my 922 that I've been showing the screen when I've been doing all this, but it's all fuzzy, but maybe because there's no light, I don't know. So that's a good idea.
Check click on the gear icon and see if you can choose a higher quality on my screen.
I did, and that didn't work. Let me try that over here. Higher quality. Oh yeah, 144 is what it shows.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. That's much better there, which means they're perfect. Oh, I feel so lonely. I have nobody watching, but no worries.
Well, they'll come back and watch yours after mine is finished, perhaps.
Dennis says
Perhaps
he's confused on who's going to stream. Well, we're both doing something.
Yeah.
We're both streaming.
And we both said we intended to.
Yes.
So that would be a reason for the confusion.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you were going to stream midday until you said so in the chat, which I think was fine and great. So some of the people watching this may know what the solution was, may not. You sent me an email. Can I show you your email?
You may, sure.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, this all looks clear, so I'm going to show that on my screen. You sent me an email this morning. It hit mine at 8:43 this morning, so just before going live with the Windows Daily. It says, I did not stream or record it, but it's fixed thanks to Wintermute. Wintermute comes up with a lot of solutions for people.
He does.
Way to go. He does. He does. He's a great person to have in our community here. He suggested doing what we did earlier with the update right over the old Windows, only just disconnect from the internet first. When I did that, it did reinstall Windows, and then I connected to the internet, and it grabbed all the updates and worked. This rang a bell of familiarity to me as soon as I saw it. I said, I've done that before. I've come across that solution before. And now I haven't even looked yet to see if that solution was in my OneNote list. So I'm going to bring that up now and give us our Zoom picture-in-picture. Now, I did add it into this list this morning. Let's see, where it said download the manual update, disconnect from the internet, install the update. But that's not quite what you did. So on my item number 3 here is create current Windows 10 or 11, install media, disconnect from the internet, and install over the existing Windows. And then I put the date, July 22nd, 2022, successful, Ken Stout. Now, so do I have disconnect from the internet and do an offline install in this list? Because it's quite possible when I have come across that solution in the past that I did not take the time to put it in here. I'm trying to talk and read at the same time. My mind does not work well with that at all. Repair, yeah, we never even got to repair install. Oh, and your comments about you thought I didn't have anything more. Oh, I have lots of more money. Lots more. And for Saturday tomorrow, I was planning to utilize sys internals and with auto runs and with process monitor, capturing everything that was happening while that update was trying to install to try to get more information about what was happening. In hindsight, with what we now know worked, I don't have a lot of confidence that that would have got us anywhere. Power management, disable power management, copy system, perform the upgrade on new partition, store the upgrade now, create new power, old windows now, compare system information. You can actually submit upgrade errors to feedback hub. I think you're going to be told to do the system file checker, SFC, and the that other 4-letter one that you did. Selling disk space requirement, turning off virtualization, search. Yeah, so no, I don't see it. Mount and install ISO without media. No, that wouldn't be it. So no, I don't see that in there. So I now have that in there. I want to get more diligent about fixing up this list so that I can make it available through my link on my Google Drive, that I can have it as a link in description of videos. I'd love to get to a point where people on other YouTube channels or other forums with people having trouble with Windows updates, that they would refer them to my YouTube channel. I'd like to become an expert at resolving update problems, because how much longer do you think Windows updates are going to be with us? Or they're no longer needed? This has been a bugaboo nightmare ever since Windows 95. Windows 95, we didn't get enough updates. Would they give us service packs, long apart from each other, and we get individual updates, but not cumulative updates. I think it was, I'm not sure which version of Windows. Maybe it was Windows 10 before they came up with cumulative. I think they might have had that earlier, but.
So a couple quick questions come to mind. The first I'll address is on the Windows update issue. Obviously, this wasn't restricted to myself, because Greg Guy said he had the same issue.
Absolutely. Now, I don't know if we tried this solution with him. I'm guessing we did not. And he might recollect what we did. I've heard him recently say that there were 5 videos that I did. And he said how many hours. I think it was like, I don't know what he said, 12 or 13 hours. I haven't looked at them recently, but
yeah, it was a while, long.
Yeah, it was a year ago, a good year ago, I think. And on my channel, let me bring this up in case somebody does want to go do that research. I can't afford to go look through those videos, but I'm going to show the way to find it is youtube.com/LWTDB is the easiest way to get to my channel. And then if you come to the search here, and I think I'm going to try typing Greg Guy, see if I have that way. I know it's in a playlist. That's not Greg. There was Luis, who also had Windows update issues. Here's Greg, and I think those are in a playlist. So if I come up here to playlists and look in my playlist, there's a magnifying glass here. I think if I just type Greg in the playlist, will take me to his playlist. Here's a bunch with Greg. That's still not the playlist, so I'm going to click into his video and pause it into that one of his videos. I'm pretty sure that was in a playlist. How do I get to the full playlist? Yeah, I'm not seeing it there the way I expected, so I'm going to go back to the playlist. This is the list of playlists on my channel. So I'm just scanning through these by site. I would hope that I had done, yeah, here it goes. Greg, Windows 10, 20H2, upgrade failure, view the full playlist. So here's the full playlist of 5 videos. And there's 3 hours, 3.5, there's another 3 hours, so that's 6 hours between those. That makes 9 hours. Combine that one, 9 hours plus that, so there's 10 hours, somewhere around that.
only 29 views for the whole 5 videos. Yeah, and I don't know what.
Now I did, my recollection and my impression of it at the time is we got to a point where we did a fresh install. In my mind, that was only to prove that his computer was okay and that Windows 10 would install fresh on his computer and do the updates, and that worked. And I think, I'm not sure about this recollection, I think when I got back in contact with him, he had just went ahead and built up his computer from there and wasn't interested in going any further and trying to resolve the original problem, which is totally valid. But I was a little disappointed because, of course, I want to find the solution to the original problem. That was the nuclear option, to just bail and quit on trying to fix the problem. And you've known for some time that you could do that, and that option would work.
Yes.
Right?
Which leads me to question number 2. Do you think you might ever research this enough to identify, excuse me, the cause behind this issue?
I'd love to. And you still have the image from your computer when it was failing.
No.
You don't?
No.
You wiped it out?
Well, inadvertently, yes. Right after we got this running, it was suggested to do a backup immediately.
Yeah.
So I did. Well, it's not all bad news. It's not all ay caramba yet. So I did. I was talked into using Macrium Reflect. I used Macrium Reflect to do the full image backup of this being fixed. It took nearly 3 hours, so I clearly did something wrong. The good news is it worked. The bad news is it took 3 hours. I do have another backup from Acronis from July 20th.
All right.
I think it was the 20th. Let me look. So I'll go to my backup drive here. Yeah, the Sabre was backed up July 20th at 12:44. So I do have that backup. It's about 240 gig, it looks like. The backup from Macrium Reflect is 280 gig. Why it took 3 hours is probably I was trying to do it from memory, and as we all know, me and memory, we don't get along too well, so I checked something I wasn't supposed to. It's good. I have it. I'm not going to get rid of this. I have 3 things on this on my backup disk. One is the Macrium, one is the Acronis, and one is my Stream Deck. So yes, in a long version, there is a backup.
Okay. So when you did the new backup, did you have to delete the old backup in order to get enough room to do the new backup?
Yes and no. No and yes. It did it on its own. We were sitting here, and at about 2.5 hours in, this big, bold, red warning comes up and says something to the effect of, I'm deleting everything that's on here because I need the space.
Oh, okay.
I'm paraphrasing that, of course, but that was basically what it said.
Sure. And that is pretty much reflects the attitude. There's an option with the Macrium Reflect to automatically delete old backups when you have a limited amount of space remaining. So
Right. So, real quick, I don't know if you're watching my stream. I've got yours up on another monitor, the luxury of having 2 monitors. I got update up and running. You see here, anyone watching my stream, it doesn't have the red big error. When I check for updates, if there are any, it'll get it and it will upload it. And then I went in and checked history today. Yeah, see, it just grabbed one. I checked history. It shows everything successful. I checked my OBS. It's good. I checked my DaVinci Resolve. It's good. So I didn't lose anything, which was my biggest fear. I had actually started moving files last night from my C drive over to another drive in anticipation of doing a nuke and pave at some point in time. Then I get a message from Wintermute that says to do it the way I explained to you that I did it, and it worked just fine. So
yeah, I'm actually showing your stream right now on my stream.
Yeah.
Now, are you on Zoom with me using the same computer or a different computer?
No, I'm zooming and streaming from my old i7 machine.
Yeah.
I've got
Okay, so
I got
you
the
can't-
fish cam, as you can see. I'll wave my hand here, and
Yeah.
I got the
You
fish
can't-
cam.
You can't share your screen in order for me to see that. You can't share that screen through Zoom.
Sure I can.
Well, you can?
Sure.
Oh, so it is the same computer. All right.
No,
yeah, so if you
no. I believe I can share. Hold on one second. Give me and my brain a moment to wake up. Now you should see on Zoom what everybody's seeing on my stream.
Oh yeah, but you're sharing your YouTube studio. Okay. So,
Well, I can move that over to here and get out of the studio. This should be the studio, and that should be the stream itself. And then I can move the camera because it gets banged around a little bit. Yeah, let's go back over here.
wow, that is showing up. So you're showing me your stream on your computer?
Yes, this is the stream.
Oh my God! You're showing a
So this-
video camera picture of the stream. Now, it occurred to me while you were doing all of this that you were joining Zoom using your old computer,
Mm-hmm.
and you were using a camera to show the audience what was going on, but couldn't you have used Zoom on your new computer to join the Zoom session as a second device joining the Zoom session, a la Josh methods, to be able to share that screen through Zoom so they could have had a better image of it?
Sure, but then when we get to a restart, then that's gonna kill the Zoom.
No, it's not going to kill Zoom. It's going to kill that participant in Zoom. If you're joining, not posting the Zoom.
Oh yeah.
session
It
on
would
your computer, but-
kill me, but everyone else would still be there. Yes.
And you would still be on Zoom through your old computer,
Mm-hmm.
so that you could have a camera actually on you through your old computer and join the Zoom session from your new computer and share the screen so that we could have a better view of the screen. Because there were times when we could have done, it would have helped to have a better, clearer view. All right, I'm gonna bring us back.
Well, I'm gonna test that real quick. Uh-oh, why do I not have my Zoom on here? That's interesting.
Oh yeah, I was gonna offer to send you the credentials if you didn't have the credentials for joining your Zoom session.
Oh, I'd appreciate that.
Now, there was another thing that came up that I haven't mentioned to you yet. At one point, you said that Alex had proposed you letting him sign on with your credentials to start your YouTube live stream.
Yes.
You can make Alex a manager of your YouTube channel. Then he would be able to do things on your channel without having your credentials. Because you know when you go into YouTube and change your channel, I think you have multiple channels.
I do. I have the fish channel.
If you make Alex a manager of your channel, then of one of your channels, then that channel will show up on his list of channels to change to. So when he signed in as himself to YouTube, he could switch to your channel and actually start a live stream on your channel. Did you follow that?
I do. I'm trying to figure out how I can share my screen over here. Oh, now I got a horrible echo. Because I started Zoom over there. Hold on one second.
You know what? I just realized when you're sharing your screen, my Zoom button on Stream Deck does not show the shared screen. I'm going to try to fix that here. Let's see, is it that one? I don't think so. So my stream right now is showing some weird stuff.
Okay, let me stop sharing the screen over here.
Stop sharing the screen because that's not working with my screen. So now I have two of you in
Right.
the Zoom session. Now this is your Zoom session, not my Zoom session.
Now I'm going to try this. And then I can do, if I follow you along, that should be a much clearer for everybody. I don't know. What do you see? Damn, this echo. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm seeing you and Lorna. So apparently on one of the other monitors. In Zoom, I'm seeing what you intend for me to see, and I can show that on my screen by going to monitor number 2. You're showing a list of update history, but when I'm showing my Zoom feed, it appears to be showing one of your other monitors. I see the taskbar at the bottom. I see the wallpaper of you and Lauren.
Right. This is fun though.
Yeah, if somebody's coming to this stream on my channel, we're looking for the conclusion of your Windows. They're getting more than they asked for.
Yeah, let me get out of this one. But that gives us something to work on later, or maybe Alex and I can experiment with it. He's got Zoom as well. We can figure this out. But yeah, the problem is resolved thanks to Wintermute and thanks to you. And I've muted my volume over here so I can't hear you. I'm no longer on my headphones.
Now, I have, on my broadcast, is going out a frozen image of Zoom. What is up with that?
Yeah, it is. I see that. Is it that far behind? Oh, wow, look at my horrible hair. Let me refresh.
If I display my monitor number 2, I'm displaying the actual Zoom session showing on my monitor number 2. So that's what I'm streaming right now. Now, have we actually told the audience what the fix was? I'm not totally certain on that. You had already a Windows 10 install media created.
Yes.
Because my request to you was to use that. That's not the way I wanted those. This way I'm looking at my camera and I'm looking at you.
Right.
So when I'm looking at you, it looks like I'm looking into
Right.
the audience. So anyway, you had made a Windows 10 install media on a USB memory stick with some challenges to get that done. And then you use that to install Windows on top of your existing Windows installation, which keeps all your programs and all your data intact. That failed to complete. When the computer was doing a restart and finishing that update and was showing messages of its progress, it wound up failing and giving a message that it was reverting back to the prior state, and then it wound up getting you back to the Windows desktop and telling you that that failed. Now, and it told you that it failed during the safe OS mode. So that's safe operating system. When the computer reboots and you get the message about installing updates, that is apparently like the Windows pre-installation environment, or Mac and Reflect has a Windows, I think it's a Windows 10 pre-installation environment that it uses. And it's in that environment that the failure occurred. There is nothing about that step in the Windows 10 upgrade process that I would expect it to be reaching out to the internet to get something. What was successful for you is you disconnected from the internet before launching that Windows 10 upgrade.
Yes.
Using the word upgrade here, different than update. Update is when you go into the Windows Update screen on your desktop and click Check for Update.
Right.
That's Windows Update. Upgrade is you're putting in Windows 10 installation media and launching it from there. Or you can go to the media creation site and choose the option for install on this computer. So you're doing it directly online. However, that would not have worked because you have to be connected to the internet for that.
Right.
So you made this installation media, disconnected from the internet, and then launched the setup. Now, what happens differently there is that process, you'll see a message on screen, getting updates or checking for updates. If you're connected to the internet, it checks for updates. If you're not connected to the internet, it skips that step. No.
It does, but it doesn't. It still says checking for updates, and it runs through a bunch of numbers, but there's nothing there.
Yeah, it doesn't find it.
It doesn't find it,
Okay,
correct.
so it still says checking for updates.
Yes, it did.
But it can't actually do that because you're not connected to the internet.
Yes.
Now, it might be that that step is checking to see what's already on your computer and what's on the installation media, correlating what from the installation media needs to be put on your computer. I don't know. It
Right.
might. I don't care if it does. Now, that also means, is it possible that you could have downloaded the manual update of that cumulative update to your computer, then disconnected from the internet, then run that cumulative update offline? Offline meaning you're doing it when you're not connected to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Because that cumulative update also displays a message checking for updates.
Mm-hmm.
You might remember that.
Yes.
So if you're disconnected from the internet at that time, I imagine you'll still see that message checking for updates. And it might also be checking to see what is on your computer compared to what's in that cumulative update. But it won't be able to grab updates from the internet. And apparently that's what was preventing, or that's what was preventing the update from working, or that was somehow causing a set of circumstances that prevented the update from completing successfully. I mean, there could have been more devil in the details about what was the actual under the covers roadblock.
Sure.
Disconnecting from the internet might have just prevented that roadblock from being encountered.
Right.
Now, the study that I did of the update log, which I'm very happy to have gone down that road, but the place where your update stopped functioning did not give me any clue whatsoever that disconnecting from the internet would have got us past that point. I am very interested in seeing what would happen if you did restore your image and then you already have that cumulative update downloaded on your image, disconnect from the internet, clear out your previous Windows update logs, and then run that cumulative update offline. When it finishes, do the get-Windows update log command so that you get a new version of the Windows update log, and then I would compare that to your prior Windows update log that failed and my cumulative update log that succeeded, and see what is the next item that happens on your computer after that. I know what happens on my computer after that log item, because I showed on your computer, on my computer, the exact same command. And then my computer continued on. And the things that it continued on after that did not appear to be internet connection related. Now, one of my thoughts all along, and this could have been another solution for you, was that all the hardware devices that you have,
Mm-hmm.
could drivers or just the presence of the devices themselves been causing the problem. So it's possible in my mind that my next plan for you might have also worked, and it would have been a different solution than the solution that you actually implemented. So let me describe that. What I had in mind there for you was to simplify your computer. If your CPU has onboard graphics,
It does.
I was going to ask you to remove your graphics adapter. You have a very unusual situation there where you have 4 monitors connected to your graphics adapter.
Yeah.
And one of those monitors is a television set, and the other monitors, 2 of them are television
Mhm.
sets. Okay, that's an unusual item that Microsoft might not have been prepared for. And then your other 2 computer monitors that are connected are different than each other. They're not the same make and model. So you have 4 different display drivers operating, and
Yes.
very unusual ones. So my next plan for you was remove the graphics adapter and connect one computer monitor, not television, but computer monitor
Right.
directly to your motherboard. Also, in addition to that, I was going to ask you to remove any wireless keyboard mouse dongle and use a wired keyboard and mouse. I don't know what you're using currently, whether you are using wireless now.
I am.
Okay? So, do you have wired keyboard and mouse?
Oh, I'm sure somewhere I do. Yes.
I was going to ask you to do that. I was going to ask you disconnect any other USB devices. I think you have some USB cameras connected. 4 of them. Another unusual circumstance. Microsoft might
Coming from the man that's got what, 6 cameras?
Okay. Yes. Yeah. And I was going to say disconnect any USB hubs. Do you have them? You have one USB hub, so disconnect that. Do you have any other adapter boards in your computer that don't have to be there?
No.
Okay. Do you have any other USB item? How about a printer?
No.
Okay, so, but you get the idea.
Yes.
Simplify your computer's physical environment, and then try doing the update. It's quite possible the cumulative update might work. If not, it's quite possible that the installing Windows on top of existing Windows might work, even connected to the internet. So when there's a problem like this, it's possible that there's more than one solution that will work for you. Most people aren't going to try additional solutions. It's just like, when you go around the house looking for that item you can't find,
Sure.
why is it always in the last place you look? Well, because who's going to keep looking after you find it? Of course it's in the last place you look.
Right.
And the method that worked for solving your computer doesn't mean that's the only method that would solve it. So, I still had a bunch more mud to throw. So another thing that was on my list, if we got to a Saturday Live event, what I was going to do was start Process Monitor and start it capturing just before we click on Install Update. So that Process Monitor would capture everything the computer's doing so that we can see exactly what it's doing at the time that we get the failure. Now, there's some shortcomings with that. It's quite possible that the update might know that it is failing before it displays a message to us that it has failed. So the element that occurs in Process Monitor might occur quite a fair amount of time before we see an error message. And since there can be dozens of things or scores of things happening every second in Process Monitor, it's a little difficult to tell what's going on. Another thing that would be interesting is to have, if we can, maybe we can, have Process Monitor running while that update is running, and then save that log. We can go back and look at the log later, filter it for network activity, so that we're seeing only the network activity that's happening around that time. Because we're speculating that the problem occurs if you're connected to the internet when it gets to that point.
Right.
However, the problem with being connected to the internet might not have anything to do with what is happening at the time of failure. It might have to do with downloading other updates before it actually tries processing the update. So, by not being connected to the internet when you're running the cumulative update or installing Windows on top of Windows, it's quite possible that when it's checking for updates, because of all the equipment you have attached, that it might be grabbing some stuff that is somehow conflicting. It's quite possible it might be interpreting the display drivers that it needs for your two television sets is getting the wrong ones, because it might not be that good about grabbing the correct display drivers. So yeah, I still have a lot of things on my mind as to what to do next. One of the things I've mentioned a few times is I'm very frustrated with what we currently have about throwing mud at the wall and see what sticks. We got all these possible solutions, and we're just throwing mud at the wall to see what sticks. With this discovery, your experience of disconnecting from the internet before launching the Windows on top of Windows, or possibly also the cumulative update, that is throwing mud at the wall, because there's nothing in the log file that clued me to that as the solution. So
I have a theory, but I have to verify something real quick.
all right.
And I also have a quick YouTube question. Dennis said he subscribed, but I've got my subscriber set to a week. If I go into the studio and change that to like 10-15 minutes, will he be an instant subscriber, so to speak, or will we still have to wait a week? And then can I change it back?
Well, if you change it to a shorter time frame, then all he has to do is get past that time frame, I would think. However, I'm more interested, what happens if you make him a moderator? Does he then automatically get past that? Oh no, you can't, because he can't chat yet. That's
Right.
He can't type anything in chat.
Right.
So if you temporarily change that can you change that during the live stream? I don't actually know that. Maybe you know that. Can you change that setting during the live stream? How would I find that? I'd have to go to YouTube Studio. That'd have to be done in YouTube Studio, wouldn't it? I don't
It does, and I believe you can. Hold on. Let me go back to my studio. Let me go to Edit. Let me go to Customization. Let me go to Subscribers. I'm just going to change it to anyone. And then I'll hit Save. And if Dennis is watching yours or mine, if he will now put a comment in, I'll see if it pops up over on that. Now, it says on mine, Ken Stout turned off subscribers only mode. Anyone can send a message. So hopefully maybe that does work. We will see.
So Dennis, go ahead and put in a message on Ken's channel. And he doesn't need to do it on mine, because I think he's already a moderator on mine. I'm sure he is. Yes, I just confirmed that. So do we see Dennis yet in Ken's? Of course, they have a little bit of a delay. And well, no, if he's watching on my channel or yours, he'll get that request.
Now, I believe... Okay, wait a minute. So Dennis is already a moderator on my channel? No, that's got to be your channel. Is that my channel or your channel? That's your channel. That's your channel. I'm watching you over there. I'm so confused. I'm turning into a Doug. Oh, sorry, I'm talking to Doug.
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, so, yeah, if he could make a comment over on my stream and that change is effective, then it would get, I will see it, but I haven't seen him pop up yet since I've changed that. So I'll give him a minute. He might not even be watching anymore. I don't know. Now, I just asked, here's my theory, okay? I just asked Alex via a text message, what day did we visit, which he interpreted that exactly what I said, what day, and it was a Saturday. What I should have asked him was what the date was, because Robert gave me a monitor, Hewlett Packard. I came home, connected it, and I, speculating right now on what little bit of gray matter I use, I bet you the date I installed that correlates with the date I started getting Windows problem with my updates. It's just speculation.
That was another thing that's on my mind is going back to that time frame and figuring out when what happened to your computer. Now, I just did a search in your YouTube channel on your videos tab for Alex. And I see a video, a 1 minute 27-second video that says 1 month ago. So that's after you. That was after the most recent cumulative that you had.
Right, but wasn't May
May
21st?
May 22nd is what the video is dated.
Right.
So that was it, because
Pretty
you
close.
got your April update.
Yes, I did.
You got your April update. So the May update, maybe you postponed it, or maybe your computer just hadn't installed it yet, because we're missing the May update. And May 22nd is after the May update.
So that's entirely feasible then by me putting that monitor in there. That might have been what messed things up.
Quite possible.
Okay. Okay, cool. So let me make sure I'm following you along what you would like to do, and I'll mull it over and let you know. You would like me to take my Macrium Reflect that I did. No. Back that up. You would like me to take my Cronus backup, which has got the old crap on it. Pardon my language, YouTube. Put that back on the system. Therefore, I should not be able to update.
Okay.
Try all this other stuff, and if it doesn't work, I can always just put the Macrium Reflect on there and be right back to where I'm at right now.
Correct. A side benefit of that is you get the experience of performing a restore from Cronus.
Oh, yes, that's.
And I would like to be able to document that on my channel and yours for that matter, and for the community. And then also you would be restoring a Macrium Reflect, because if that you could do that weeks from now. There's no urgency to that. In that event, you would of course first make a backup of your current state of the computer, and then restore the Cronus image, do the experiment. Once the experiments are done, you'll definitely want to go back to what you at that time would consider your current image.
And that's kind of going to happen anyway, because I know I did something wrong. I'm going to get with excuse me, Alex, and have him walk me through it. I'm going to put a whole different drive in there for the one Alex walks me through. That'll be current date. And that way I'll have two known good current Macrium Reflect image backups. One a Cronus that should be entirely screwed up, and we'll go from there. So let me mull over whether I want to break something I just fixed or not.
Well, you won't break that unless you do it without making an image backup. Now, I know that you've been dealing with NVMe drives, and you have your one that you use, but the other one is like 125 gigabytes.
128, yeah.
Yeah, 128. So at some point you had asked about restoring an image to that drive, or it's too small, and even installing your programs and such, it was going to be too small. So if you had started rebuilding your computer on that 128 gigabyte drive, you at some point would have to make a backup of that and restore it to the big drive in order to have space. Do you have external drives around, old spinning external drives that you could use for storing the backups that you're going to do infrequently?
Sure.
Yeah.
In fact, right now I'm using a terabyte, and apparently I filled that up because it had to delete some space on. I had two Acronis, I had the one Macrium Reflect, and then when doing the other one last night, it got rid of what it got rid of was the original Macrium Reflect backup. The Acronis ones were still there. So I deleted the two older Acronis and kept the newest Acronis, which is July 20th. So, okay, good. So this is a unique experiment in that you're streaming, I'm streaming at the same time. People are actually in both streams at the same time. That's pretty neat. We just got to work on the Zoom thing.
Hey, a related thing to that, you know these clips that you can do on a YouTube video?
Yes.
So I've done that a few times where I go to one of your videos and make a clip of it, and you can send that link by email. You can be putting that link in your description. Go out to social media, but something else about doing clips. I kind of like to reconfirm this, but I'm substantially confident that what YouTube has said about those clips is you can make a clip from anybody's video and include it on your own video or live stream without getting copyright violations.
Are you asking me to be a guinea pig?
That's a big deal.
Yes. Yes.
That's a big deal because consider even when it like there's a lot of YouTube clips out there that have copyrighted music. Now, I don't know if that might be a caveat. If it's the rules might be a little different if there's copyrighted music in it, but if it's a clip of somebody else's original video content, my understanding is you can take a clip of that, you can use it in your own videos, regardless of whether yours are monetized or not, and the monetization goes to you, not to that other source of the video. However, the clip is designed to take a person to that other person's channel, the original content creator's channel.
Right.
So it's intended as a technique to help publicize the original content creator. So it's just a really interesting way to do collaborations. Collaborations is when two or more YouTube content creators work with each other and they're, appearing on each other's videos or sharing content with each other
Sure.
in order to give each other exposure. But this clips is a way of forcing another content creator to collaborate with you. It's a one-sided collaboration. The other person, well, I was about to say the other person doesn't have to agree to, but that's not quite true because any content creator can go into their studio, their YouTube studio, and turn off that feature, meaning they're disallowing other people from
Right.
doing clips. And you know if a content creator's done that by going below any of their existing videos, and if the clip option is not there, then they've disallowed it. Now the clip option is not going to be there during the live stream, but after the live stream is over, it might take a day or more before the clip option appears. And that statement is unverified.
So the clip option is showing on the screen, but you're saying it's not available to work?
Oh,
mon frere, I say I can do a clip right now, actually,
yeah,
of your
I've
stream.
seen that too.
Right.
Maybe I was mistaken in saying that, or maybe that was originally the case, or maybe I concluded that or deduced that when I was looking at somebody's live stream that did not have the clip option available.
My thing would be, if I clip your stream, how am I going to include that on my live stream? That's the hang up I'm having right now in my head.
Well, okay, you're right, and that might be a caveat. The answer that I was contemplating for that is you actually play the clip during your live stream. So I'll go try that right now. I see here, I'm going to show your video. Let's see, can I get, no, this Zoom picture is still not working for me. So here's your live stream running right now. I'll go back here a bit to a point. Let's see, that's just, why is that on your wallpaper so long? Are you not showing your face on your live stream?
No, I can.
Your live stream is just showing that computer monitor all this time?
It was. I didn't think anybody wanted to. I don't have my lights and stuff on it. I've only been up a few minutes. I was up till 6 o'clock doing the back.
That's okay. I'll just go ahead and do the clip right here. So I got it right there. I'm going to click on the word clip. Click, clip. I'm trying to distinguish between those two words. And then here I'm going to unmute. Okay. Then that will keep running over and over. I'm going to put a title up here. I'm going to call it Ken's Clip. And I'll click here to share the clip. And then copy the link. Okay. And I want to mute that. Okay. So now, for me to play that, I'll go to a new tab on my browser, Control V to paste that clip, and now I'm displaying that video on my channel. So I don't know if people heard the audio of that as I was playing it. That would be the fault of my configuration on XSplit if I don't have that right. Coming back to Zoom. Nope, I don't want to come to Zoom. I want to come to my monitor number 2, which is actually my number 3 because my computer monitor got messed up. And I saw you go through that recently. You said something about your monitor numbering being messed up.
Yeah, oddly enough, when I did the reinstall and the install and the reinstall, it puts the order of the monitors left to right 1, 2, 3, 4, and I like it to be left to right 4, 2, 1, 3, so that when I move my mouse, I have continuity left to right, right to left.
Yeah, what got messed up for me is I had disconnected one of my monitors and used it on another computer briefly. When I brought it back, then my Stream Deck buttons that previously were set up as monitor 1, 2, 3 are now monitor 1, 2, 3. So instead of trying to fix, I did put a little effort in trying to fix that, and I just decided I'll just live with it. Let's see, am I looking at the right chat window here? I think I am. How can I confirm that? I have to pop it back in. Never, oh, yeah, Dev says I am now a mod over there. So he is a mod now.
On my channel. Yes.
On your channel.
Yes.
And has he been able to put something into chat?
I don't know if we're going to start talking like this, so I feel like we're guiding airplanes. Yes, he put a comment in and said something, and I made him a moderator, and he said I'm now a moderator. So you can in stream edit that, which I'm going to change that back to 7 days, I guess. I only do that because it keeps the bombers out, or what we like to call the bombers.
Yeah, certainly. Now, after you change it back to 7 days, we want Dennis to put in another comment on your channel to be sure that his moderator status has enabled him to get past that 7-day restriction when you reenacted it. So Dennis, could you put another comment in Ken's chat, please?
Right, now it should be good. I just made the change. He should be able to go make hopefully a comment and it show up. And then as much as I could sit here and do this for a while, we've been doing this for almost an hour, and I know we both were looking at 10 to 15 minutes. I know you have things to do. I have things I have to go do. My sister just texted me, and I have to go take care of that. So I'm going to wait until I see Dennis's comment. Tony Waddle just said something. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, he figures that if Dennis isn't going to say it, he would say it.
Yeah, so far no Dennis, but he might have to switch back to my stream.
I think he's also got some things going on at his home. He's about to move to new domicile.
Blackwatch says, calm down, Ken, calm down. I'm calm.
There's Chris.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if by me switching that back to a 7-day or a 1-week period that he no longer can make a comment. But I would think once you're allowed in, you're in.
Yeah, but we wouldn't know it if he's now not able to. We're sitting here asking him to comment.
Sure.
Comment, and if it's not working, we would never see that. And so I'm looking at my chat to see if he jumps over to my chat and say that he's not able to. I see in my chat there's a point where says he sent a test to his chat, and he says he's a mod over there.
His last comment on yours was 9 minutes ago. He said, "I'm a mod over there," and I just asked him if he's still watching either stream, and then I'm kind of glancing at both. Chris Garrett was the last person to comment on my stream. Tony Wallace said something on your stream.
Well, as soon as we see the response there, we're most ready to end this.
Yes, I mean, I literally, seriously could do this all day long and just nitpick and try and everything else. But I know you have things to do, and I have things to do, and
yes.
Just got this message, so I got to go deal with that. There will be another live stream tonight, not with this setup. I'm gonna leave this computer running so that if I decide I'm going to appease Doug, so to speak, and put the old image back on, and then I don't mind doing it because you hit the nail right on the head. Sure, I've got a Macrium reflect of this system, and if it doesn't fix it, we throw it back on there. Bob's your uncle. We're good to go. Right back. No harm, no foul, so to speak.
Right.
Dennis is saying 1 moment on your stream. Oh, look, he says 1 moment on both streams. So yes, we're good.
Oh, I just got zoomed back on my broadcast.
Oh, I mean,
it's not frozen. I was just trying to fix that because once somebody does a share screen, that blows up my Zoom configuration. So there's, yep, I see that. Dennis says 1 moment, and that is straight. So he ad-libbed there a little bit. I think you asked him to say something in your chat, and he actually said 1 moment instead of something.
Yeah, that's fine. Tony covered the something though. So real quick, 2 shout outs, 1 to Wintermute, and I appreciate the message you sent last night. It worked fantastic. And another shout out to obviously Doug Betts for this. And I'm sorry I ruined your Saturday live stream, but I will contemplate doing this, and we might have a 2 or 3 or 4 hour marathon and see what happens.
Okay, well, don't feel any pressure about it for tomorrow because I have standby content for tomorrow.
Okay, cool. All right. So.
And I'm kind of concerned about how much time you have spent pursuing this. You might want to break. There's no hurry to revisiting that.
No worries. I mean, whenever you're comfortable and want to move forward, let me know. I did have a question. Is it possible to take those backups, install Macrium Reflect and Acronis on another machine, not this machine, and duplicate or replicate that problem?
It depends upon whether the problem was actually contained within the operating system or if it had something to do with all the hardware you have connected. Because
yeah. Okay, got it. I follow you.
But as a troubleshooting step, you bring up another idea. You can make an image backup on one computer and restore it to another. Now, sometimes you'll run into problems with drivers. But if you were to do that, image from one computer, restore it to another computer, and get the update to work on that other computer, that kind of points the finger towards there is a hardware-related issue. Not a hardware issue in the sense of a defective hardware, but a hardware-related issue. Could be something to do with drivers or conflicting drivers. I have a chipset on my old streaming computer that had a conflict with my capture device, and StarTech technicians worked with me to identify that, and I simply switched to a different brand USB adapter board that had a different chipset in it and solved the problem. So there can be conflicts between different hardwares that you have in your computer in combination with various drivers. It can be a very complicated spider web.
Yep. So before I end my stream, I would like 2 minutes of your time on Zoom after we both end our streams.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and kill my stream now. It's not gonna be fancy. Bye.
All right. I'll punch over here.